We're back. Keepers. I ran out of the instructions over here. I'm between a sticker and the instruction. Did I say I was tired? Mistakes happen. Try to avoid them. Okay, keepers. Good, we need those. Kind of important. Oh, those are skinny little suckers. Look special. Look how small those are. They don't lock in either, which is bad. See, kibble valve. Kibble cap here, it doesn't lock. It should lock. It should go like that and stay solid. It does not lock very well. Valve spins. Kind of stays, but not much. Okay. Looks like that will work. Now we need to check our sealed retainer clearance. Let's see here. Always this time of morning. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is see where the clearance is at. So it looks like the keeper is what's going to hit the seal, but the retainer's right behind it. So you go ahead and put this on here, and you measure between the, it's hard to show all this detail stuff here when you're by yourself and tired. So you put this here between there, and you measure between the guide and there to see what you got for clearance. We got over 950, about 940. That's a lot. About the same. That's good. So you got 150 for the seal plus another 50 clearance, or not, yeah, 30 clearance. So you got about 175 in there for the seal clearance. So basically you go, we got about 940-ish, 0.94, minus the valve seal, 0.125, minus usually like 30 to 50 extra, go 50, equals 765. We're going to have 765 lift and clear the seal. With the valve guides on this head. We're running 606 lift, so 610. So minus 0.61 equals, we have 155 extra clearance. So we got plenty of room. Don't have to worry about that hitting. Unlike the last job, it was tight. Okay, so this one has lots of clearance. Not an issue. It's a non-issue. These guys are short too, that's why. Oh, they are really short guys. They cut these way down. So they're only about 670, 680, about 680 tall guide. Stock is like 860, so you come down to 3/4 inch 750 is a lot. These are way under that. It's not a 16th below that. So that means you have lots of unsupported valve stem up here, which wears the guides out because there's no support on them. That's not good. What helps one thing, hurts something else. A lot of valve lift, you need as much support as you can get. Okay, so we got tons of clearance that way. These things had humongous amounts of valve spring tension, as I recall. Let's see what our installed height is. Where's my tool at? stem checker. Gotta make sure it fits. It does. Oh, that didn't fit. Keeper fell out. That ain't gonna work. There it goes. Installed height 880 70 67. That's an 8. Looks like a 9. 9's actually over there. Okay, so we're at 880 installed height. You take off your clearance. More math. 0.880 minus coil bind clearance 0.050 minus your valve lift 610 gives us what the hell? 1.880. Yeah, add that extra inch in there. So it's going to be 1.22, but whatever. Minus 0.050 for clearance minus our cam lift 0.610 equals 1.22. So our coil bind needs to be at least 1.22. So make sure you put all your collars in there. And we go measure it. Hard coil bind. Somewhere in that area. 1050. We need 1.22 minimum. So we got plenty of room to coil bind. We got room for a lot of lifts, over 750. These are rated for 650. We got 750 plus. So if you take 1022, you subtract your coil bind now, 1.060 we'll call it. We have 160,000 more clearance. So you plus that to your lift 0.610 equals, we got room for 770 valve lift with our current combination. And that valve guy's shortened so much you probably got room to seal too. So there's plenty of room for a big cam in this motor. 700 lift is not a problem. Good to know. I got 700 lift cams. 800 lift cam too. That might not fit. I changed the bell spring for that. Okay, so now we know we got here, we got 880. 1.880. I don't really care about the rest of the number. Next thing is go check our spring tension at 1.880. So we go over here and do our coil spring check. This time I'm going to use a correct gauge, not this piece of crap one I picked up recently. I'm using my real one. This one. The good one. The one I can actually read. And play footsie with it to figure out what it is. And we're over here. Okay. So. 200-pound seat pressure right there. See what our coil bind is. Dark over here. I'm tired. See, when I'm tired I can work. Just gotta be careful. Alright, what's our coil bind right now? We are at, find our number. Shit, right on the money, 1880. Yeah, it might be 870. Okay, so we're at 870. We're at install height right now. Looks like we're right at 200 pounds. 190, so it'd be about 190, 195 on the seat. Quite a bit. Plenty adequate for what we need. We can pack in 130 thousandths more because we got a lot of extra TD clearance. The coil bind in there. So we can probably go about that much more. That puts us about 240. If we need more seat pressure, we got room. But we're not going to do that. Let's go check over our nose clearance. That's 1.22. Where are we at here? We are at not even close to that yet. We're getting there. Okay, 1, 2. That's pretty close to 220 right there. Maybe 1, 2. I can't read it. 3, 4. We're about 440 over the nose. These are a little soft. A lot of seat pressure. 440. Assuming it's 500 over there. Yeah, that's 500. So it's 440. That coil bind. Coil bind's right there. We're at 5. Bang bang is where we're at. We're at 520. It's about 520 at coil. Okay, so now we know our numbers. Okay. Dead air time. A lot of that around here. Okay, so now we got our numbers that we need. Should be enough to rub the shit out of it, which we will be. Should be good to 8,500, 8,000. Well, probably 8. Yeah, we'll probably get about 80, 85 maybe. Maybe not. At least 8. Probably good to 8. A little more, not to pack, a little harder to go to 8,500. Okay, can't make it big enough for that anymore. Okay, so we're gonna have 195 roughly on the seat, and we got 440 open. Pretty adequate for higher RPM. Yeah, not really. See, that's not. We should be at 500 pounds for real high RPM. But that lobe's kind of limpy. It's not a real sharp lobe, so it's still fine. Yeah, it'll be safe to probably 8. It's just the way those things are made. But with a more aggressive cam lobe, these would be a little bit limpy on the top. You want to see over 500 on the nose. 440 ain't gonna cut it. Seat pressure's fine, but not the rest of it. But, oh well, it is what it is. Alright, we get the stuff cleaned up. And we're back. I gotta lap the valves, so I gotta lap those next. Alright, we'll be back.